The classroom buzzed with chatter, the sound of pencils tapping and papers shuffling filling the air. At the back of the room sat Naomi, a quiet black girl who never tried to stand out. Her hair was her pride. Thick, beautiful curls she had nurtured since she was a child. She didn't wear flashy clothes or expensive shoes. She didn't seek attention. But her hair was the one thing that made her feel powerful, the one thing she carried like a crown. Across the room sat Jenna, the self-proclaimed queen of the class. She and her friends spent their days mocking others, feeding off the fear they created. They whispered, they laughed, and when they spotted weakness, they pounced. For weeks, Jenna had been watching Naomi, whispering insults about her hair, calling her wild or messy. Naomi ignored her, holding her head high. But bullies don't stop when you ignore them. Sometimes it only fuels their cruelty. That morning, as Naomi bent over her notebook, Jenna crept up behind her, a pair of scissors hidden in her hand. Her friends snickered. Phones already out to record what they thought would be another one of their cruel jokes. Without warning, Jenna yanked a lock of Naomi's curls and sliced it off. The sound of the scissors echoed like a gunshot. Naomi froze. Gasps filled the classroom. A piece of her crown now lay on the floor. Naomi's chest tightened as she touched the uneven strands. The room blurred. She could hear Jenna's laughter, sharp and cruel, cutting deeper than the scissors ever could. For a moment, Naomi wanted to run, to hide, to disappear into the ground. But something inside her snapped. Years of staying silent, of shrinking herself, of letting people think they could hurt her without consequence, ended in that single moment. Naomi stood up slowly, her chair screeching across the floor. She turned, her eyes locked on Jenna. The laughter died instantly. There was something in Naomi's gaze that no one had ever seen before. Calm, controlled, dangerous. "Touch me again," Naomi said, her voice low and steady, "and I promise you'll regret it." Jenna tried to laugh it off, but her voice cracked. "What are you going to do? Cry?" She sneered, trying to save face in front of her friends. But Naomi didn't cry. She didn't even raise her voice. She took a single step closer, and Jenna instinctively stepped back. The classroom grew silent. Every student could feel the shift in the air. For weeks, Naomi had been attending a local mixed martial arts gym in secret. It was where she released her frustrations, her pain, her anger. Her coach had taught her not only how to fight, but how to control the fire inside her. She had never intended to use it at school. But Jenna had crossed a line that couldn't be ignored. When Jenna shoved Naomi's shoulder, trying to regain control of the situation, Naomi's body moved before her mind even caught up. She grabbed Jenna's wrist, twisted it, and pushed her back in one fluid motion. Jenna stumbled into a desk, wide-eyed. Naomi didn't throw punches. She didn't have to. The precision of her movements said everything. She was not someone to be toyed with. The teacher rushed in, breaking the tension, demanding answers. Phones were shoved into backpacks. Whispers swirled. Jenna tried to play the victim, crying about her wrist, but half the class had seen what really happened. The truth was undeniable. Jenna had humiliated someone, and Naomi had stood her ground. That afternoon, Naomi sat alone under a tree outside the school, her hair uneven, her heart heavy. Fighting back had felt good, but it didn't erase the pain of what was taken from her. She wondered if she had done the right thing, or if she had just given Jenna another reason to come after her. The tears she had held back all day finally slipped down her cheeks. Then, one by one, classmates began to approach. A girl from her math class sat beside her and whispered, "I'm sorry. I saw what she did. You didn't deserve that." A boy from history offered her a hair tie, his way of showing support. Soon, others joined, telling Naomi she was brave, that she had done what they wished they could do. For the first time, Naomi realized she wasn't alone. Her strength had lit something inside others too. When she walked back into school the next day, her uneven hair still visible, she carried herself with pride. She didn't hide it. She didn't shrink. She knew her worth wasn't in her hair or in anyone's approval. It was in the courage to stand up, to fight back when life tried to break her. Jenna avoided her eyes that day, her power crumbling in silence. The bully who once laughed the loudest now had nothing left to say. Naomi's story spread through the school, not as a story of violence, but as a story of resilience. She became a reminder that everyone has limits, that even the quietest person has a breaking point. And more importantly, that strength isn't always about throwing punches. It's about standing tall when someone tries to cut you down. By the end of the week, Naomi visited her grandmother's house, where she had always felt safe. Her grandmother, with her wise eyes and gentle hands, trimmed Naomi's hair into a beautiful new style. As Naomi looked in the mirror, she saw not what she had lost but what she had gained: confidence, respect, power. Her grandmother smiled. "They thought they could take your crown," she said softly. "But baby, they only reminded you how strong you are without it." Naomi never let anyone touch her crown again. Not because of fear, but because everyone now knew she wasn't the girl to be messed with. She was the girl who rose after being broken. She was the fighter no one saw coming. And from that day on, her presence alone was enough to silence any bully who dared to try.